Contacts can be classified into different categories based on their geometry. The first type is a line-to-line contact. Two interlocking pins of wire are shown in the figure. This is a good example of a line-to-line contact. It should be noted that, in this case, the line-to-line contact occurs at a single point. This typically happens when the two lines are normal or skewed to each other. Another example of a line-to-line contact is a copper cable. In the copper cable, different copper wires are wound, forming a line-to-line contact with the adjacent wires. In this type of a contact, line-to-line contact is established along the length of the wire. This type of contact normally occurs when the two or more lines are parallel to each other. The second type is the edge-to-edge contact. In this case, edges of the two surfaces come in contact with each other. An example of this type of contact is the edges of the box-shaped container. The third type of contact is edge-to-surface contact. In this type, the edge of a surface or a line comes in contact with the surface. An example of this type of contact is a plate bending using a sharp tool. The tool edge comes in contact with the plate surface during the bending operation. The fourth type of a contact is surface-to-surface contact. In this type of contact, two surfaces come in contact with each other. An example of this type of contact is plywood sheets pressed against each other. We saw different types of contacts based on the spatial characteristics like 1D, 2D, or 3D. We also saw contact types based on the geometric characteristics like point, line, edge, or surface. Regardless of spatial or geometric characteristics, contacts can be classified based on their function. Contact types based on their function are shown in this slide. First and the simplest type of a contact is bonded or tied. In this type, the contact and the target geometries are tied to each other. They cannot move in the normal or the tangential directions with respect to each other. Second type of contact is no separation or a sliding contact. In this type, the contact and the target geometries are constrained to each other in the normal direction, but are free to move in the tangential direction. Third type of contact is a frictionless contact. In this type, the contact and the target geometries can come in contact and separate from each other. They can also slide over each other without any friction. The fourth type of a contact is the frictional contact. In this type, the contact and target geometries can come in contact and can separate from each other. They can slide over each other, but the relative sliding is opposed by the frictional forces generated at the interface. This is the most realistic type of contact.